Hey guys, it's Baron J67 with LV1 Gaming, and we are here at Wire Productions we're at TwitchCon 2025 with Wire Productions. Sam,
hello,
to talk about Task Time. Sam, just for an overview, let the folks know what Task Time is.
Task Time is, well, it's all in the name. You've got time to complete a task, and well, it's really amazing being here at the show because it's so loud and so vibrant. You know, you get sort of worn out of explaining it, but it sort of explains itself when you sit down and play it. So yeah, you have 6 rounds, and each round you have a time limit to complete the task. So we start you off like round 1, get as high as possible, right?
Got it.
So whatever level map you're in, you might want to climb on a building or whatever, or push your friends away from high places so you come away like after 30 seconds have elapsed. We then have a winner, right?
Got it.
Then as the rounds go on, we make the tasks a bit more difficult or even like more logical, something to think about. And then we go one step further and we add modifiers in.
Okay.
So modifiers, right. So what we can do is like, you might have like paintball guns and we might go to you, look, hit other players to score points. If you get hit yourself, you lose points, right? Shooter, right? Makes sense, right? Add a modifier in. Low gravity. You can only move backwards, or you're constantly spinning, or something like that, right? And it just changes the entire game. And if you know, I could give you like a maths equation of how many possible tasks we have, but it's easier for me to say there's over 500,000 tasks in the game.
Let's go.
And the magic of doing this show, and like it's the first time we've done a show since we announced. I've lost track of time, like a couple of months ago. Is that so? In development, we play a lot of. Obviously, it's played a lot, right? So there's a lot of tasks we sort of expect, we see all the time, right? And we bring it to the show, and I'm thinking, right, we're going to see those tasks. And there's been some tasks that I see all the time. But at the show, we've seen like once. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, and that's a good sign in my opinion.
Oh, it's been awesome. And like, awesome to the fact that like, when we have had those ones that we know are showcase pieces, they've been super rare. And everyone who's been playing has got a really unique experience every single time. So for example, like one of my favorites is, the modifier is everyone uses a selfie cam. So
I didn't. Okay, keep going.
Right. So like I think the one we did yesterday or earlier today was like, right, you have to collect coins. Everyone uses selfie. Right. Okay. So then the camera views change to like in front of the player. So it's sort of like fisheye. But like then you've got to collect coins, but you're not walking forward, so everyone has to walk backwards and like get out. It's absolutely wild. But even cooler, you just said now, right? You said you did the floor is lava, right?
Floor is lava.
Okay. See that all the time. The fact you've just said that, the first time I've heard see someone play Floor is Lava like at the show, right?
See, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's really, really cool.
So okay, folks, just for honesty's sake, I actually got to play it. I played through a whole 6-round segment and I experienced some amazing, fun things. How important was local couch co-op for Task Time? Right.
So we've set it up here for the show. But it is also online up to 8 players.
Yes.
But this is like the perfect environment for that sort of party atmosphere, right?
Yes.
We want to be in, it'd be an honor to be with like in the sort of WarioWare, Mario Party space. But also like the magic of Task Time is the friend or foe, right?
Yeah.
So what we do is, you might be confident and be like top of the leaderboard for like most of the game, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna win. I'm just gonna be the best at it. But if you're at the bottom, you might just sort of sacrifice yourself for other people. So like, you might just then ruin whoever's at the top, who's at the top. So we have, for example, right, we have a task where at the start of the task, you initiate the computer and it tells you the task. It's a physical object, right? And the task might be get as far away from this computer.
We experienced that.
Right, okay.
Yes.
So logically, get away from the computer, right? But flip it on its head, you pick the computer up and follow someone, right? So you're like, yeah, man.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
So if you know someone who's doing really well, you just ruin their lives and chase after them.
I have to say, because once again, folks, I did play a lot of this game. I was going out of my way to constantly steal people's items, push people into things. Like we got lucky and experienced the the growing or shrinking mushrooms.
That's awesome.
So and I kept pushing somebody into the blue mushrooms to make them shrink.
Oh wow! Nice.
Yeah, and then I got too big to where I couldn't move.
Okay.
And all I could do was emote, and I was just sitting there dancing the whole time. It was super cool. And I'm so sorry, but keep going.
No. It's cool.
I have to say, this is so pure fun.
Yeah.
The fun factor is on 10. And it's so many silly moments. I love the way the computer communicates with you. It's like, like, hey, this is what needs to be done. Do it how you want to do it.
Do it. So I'm so glad you got to experience that, because the mushrooms one, right? You're in our school level, let's say.
Yes.
Right? So say we go like, red mushrooms, you grow, blue you shrink, right? Okay. Say you go in the school and you get too many red mushrooms, you're going to get stuck inside.
And that's what happened to me.
Right. So you can't get out. Like, you're genuinely stuck.
That's what happened to me.
Then you're like, oh, well, then I'm absolutely screwed. Like, that's me out of this round, right? And so there's some stuff that like we put together in the game, and it brings forward these things we'd never think about ever, right? And that's the magic of the task time experience for everyone who's playing it. Counts co-op here, because like it just changes everything.
Yes. And then it was so fun to everybody like, what shape are you? I'm like, no, I'm not telling you.
Right. So I'm glad you say this. Right. So we purposely don't put like player names in front above people's characters, because otherwise we want you to have we want you to have a relationship with the character you're designing, right? Okay. So like all the unique items you want to wear. No microtransactions. There's like thousands of items in the game for you to dress up, right?
Nice.
Yeah, man. But on top of that, like, if you go into a lobby with random people, like, if you see names, I think you immediately attach to a sort of like, that's the persona of that. If you see a character, right, it totally changes everything. So we play when we're playing like development builds, there are people at Wired that like usually are quite quiet individuals, but then when they get into task time, they get to be that, sort of like turn the screw on, like, messing about with people, and especially with like pushing people about and stuff.
And that I love the fact that you mentioned it earlier, the whole friend and foe and how quick it can turn. And honestly, I got second place only because I kept pushing people, taking people's things. We had to collect tables and put them in a cube, and I kept going in people's cubes and taking their tables. Or I was able to grab things from people as they were walking around, ran up, grabbed it, and took it from my own. And it was just such a fun experience to be able to be the bad guy for a little bit.
And then on top of that, right, so you just described the task of like putting items in a cube, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you go get a load of small items, then go get a massive item and jam it in there, and then no one can like get in because they're wasting their time trying to get stuff out. So we've seen like massive benches with like parasols like jammed in like these cubes, and people are like, oh, okay, well, I'm not even going to bother.
So I want to ask, in terms of communication through online, is it going to be an in-game, like, how's the chat work?
So we have quick chat, like emoting with like just text the hi, like whatever.
Yes.
But no, we're not doing any local. We're not doing any local voice chat for like public. It's simply because we want it to be an easy, accessible game, for everyone and stuff like that, right? And we let's make it fun for everyone and accessible for everyone.
As somebody with multiple young kids, I would have no problem. This is actually a game I would definitely pick up.
Yeah.
Because I can just say, kids, go play.
Yeah.
And they can beat each other up and have fun. I can hear them arguing now. And because we did it. Like I said, folks, we seriously sat here, we played. You'll have B-roll footage. It'll be running as we're talking. And it was just fun. We were laughing, being silly, calling each other out. Which shape are you? Like, that was the question. I'm like, I don't know. And we're just, oh man. And I did what you said. I kept pushing somebody to keep them from collecting coins. I just kept standing in their way. They're like, well, you're not gonna win. And it's like, I don't care. You're not gonna win. And that truly physics-based party experience is super fun.
Yeah. And it's wacky, right?
Yes.
It's supposed to be like, you see the characters themselves, like they've got long arms and it's all a bit silly, but that's all part of the magic, And then when we add in those modifiers, we add a bit of low gravity in, and if you push someone in low gravity, they go flying, right? Not only do they go flying, if they've got an item in their hand that's quite important, right? You snatch that and then throw that item, that's gone. That is out of there, you know? So yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
Man, so I know we've been talking a lot about the different aspects, but this is what I like to ask people with their games, developers and creators and the people on the team. Who is Task Time for?
Someone asked me this yesterday. I think anyone who likes party games, you know, like sociable party games, it's definitely for that. I really like the Among Us of the world, you know,
yes.
Like the sort of like, and also like the viewers, hence we're at TwitchCon, is like,
yes,
it's all unique and encapsulated in itself. And you know, if there's people playing and they can all jump in Discord and there's eight players and they're, you know, having a bit of, you know, the English slang of banter, like it makes a lot of sense. And then the other thing for sure is we're at TwitchCon. We have Twitch integration.
I was going to ask about that. So please tell us about what can we expect with the Twitch integration.
So we're announcing here at TwitchCon. At the end of each, you saw at the end of each round, you saw the scoreboard, right?
Yes.
So Twitch integration, get that enabled. Your chat can modify the following round, right?
Okay.
So help or hinder someone, they just vote on a name, right? Add a modifier. Or we just simply random questions, something like interesting, and people just vote on something, which hidden behind it, it's got something's going to happen, or this, that, and the other. You know, there's thousands of things we can do. I mean, I even like the idea of you know how like Mario Party sometimes just hands out stars for no apparent reason, right?
Yes.
So like that for this just mixes it up entirely, because if like someone's dropped dead bottom and you suddenly go, there you go,
that's nice. And that's so cool, because that not only is this game very interactive, it feels good. Like I was worried that it was going to be a little jarring, because I'm not the quick twitch guy. But it was just, look, I know there's a rule of thumb that fun is such a baseline answer, but it is the truth. This Task Time is fun.
Oh man, that
like
was a lot.
like it's fun. We were laughing. I felt like I was an old school N64 again. Like it had that feel. And
so controller wise, obviously it's mouse and keyboard as well, but we wanted to make it really simple and just basically optimize both triggers. So you either grabbing stuff, pushing people, or using whatever you've got. So yeah, it's straightforward. And do you know what? Like I'll admit it. You do a show like this, you do the same script every time, discussing it. What the magic of doing this, and seeing people play it for the first time, you just show them the controller card and understand, here's the basics, and people just get it. Like straight away, they sort of understand what's going down.
And okay, so now I want to get to the meat and potatoes. What's going to be the price point for Task Time, if it's available as of now?
So I can't give you a price point. We will obviously be very, I don't know what the right word is, but I can't give you a price point. But basically, we don't. It's not $70 a game. Do you know what I mean? Like that. We're not in that space. We'll never be in that space. And also, people, party games have to be accessible for everyone.
Yes.
But what we are doing that is really, really important to showing off the game and everything like that is, if you wish list the game now, every month we're looking at pushing out a playtest. So when we announced at TGS, we did a playtest that anyone could play for a short amount of time. And what we're going to be doing is via Steam is that like we're going to reactivate that with new things, and you can go in, have your like buzz of Task Time, the latest things we've been working on, and we're looking at the next time we reopen that, get that Twitch integration in there. So
nice. So during the playtest, you will be able to stream it and everything that.
Yeah. So it's all about, you know, it's also the at the end of the day, we're an indie studio, and we want to have a constant conversation with those playing, and the magic of the tasks is that we want to hear from those people playing, like, oh, we had this modifier and this happened, because then it just changes everything. We might find ourselves like with a game mode we never thought of, like you know, if you look at like was it Griffball in Halo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That came out like nothing. That came out like a community
and it was a
thing.
huge hit.
Yeah, man. So like we could easily have the same thing happen, and we want to hear from those you know, gamers, people playing. We like to say, even at the show, we had one the other day that was like, oh man, this is really, really cool. Yeah, yeah.
And like for us, we had the sliding, the floor was slippery.
Yeah.
We had pinhole view. We had, like, it was a bunch of different modifiers. That was a super cool experience, and it keeps it fresh.
Yeah. So we had the one that I'm describing that I was like, this is really cool. Is there's one where like there's like a beacon and you've got to stay in it to score points, right? And the modifier is you're always running, so you can't stop, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's like
Trying to get the perfect angle to drop it.
Just constantly running around in circles, and it was a really, really cool game. Yeah, it was really awesome.
So is it a truly randomized experience, or is it like key things tied to?
I'll go you one better, right?
Okay.
You all go in that lobby. Tasko, who is our character that gives you your tasks, right? When the game starts, he looks at everyone's profiles there and what tasks you have and haven't experienced, right? So everyone in the lobby, right? There's the possibility that it all calculates it all happening and goes, right, no one's experienced this, so I'm going to show you this. So every time, obviously you're playing for hours on end, you're probably going to, you know, we're going to have to catch up on making more tasks, but imagine that, right? Everyone's going to get a unique experience pretty much every time.
That's so awesome. And then hearing how tapped in you guys are with the community. Do we have an estimated release window?
So early next year.
Early next year. And where are we going to be able to experience Task Time?
So right now with PC, Steam, Epic Games Store, and then never say never for anything else.
All right.
I tell you what I can give you as an exclusive, we won't be releasing the same day as Grand Theft Auto. How about that?
You heard it here, folks. We are avoiding that day, the forbidden day, which like most of the industry should. But no, thank you, Sam, so much for taking the time out to talk to us about Task Time.
Thank you.
Can you let the folks know where they can go and support and wish list?
Yeah, definitely. So if you head on over to Steam and search for Task Time, and this rather colourful graphic will come up, and you can hit up a wish list. I think we also have an old school website, tasktimegame.com. Don't hold me to that, but yeah, you just drop in Task Time and you'll find us.
All right. Once again, folks, we are at TwitchCon 2025, 10-year anniversary. We're here hanging out, checking out Task Time. Please make sure to go on wishlist. If you love party games, this is definitely one to check out. Look, call it what you want. I enjoyed myself, and I had a really good time, and you could see it in the B-roll and the video here. Make sure to go and check it out, and make sure to wish list so you can get into the upcoming playtest. Much love, Baron J67, LV1 Gaming. Peace.